Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in the Wild podcast. We're so glad you're here. Are we not, Mally?
We so are.
So, as you can
For
see,
sure.
today we are in very different aesthetics at the moment. Both very beautiful, stunning, impressive, I would say.
Yeah.
So, Mally has just gotten off. You can tell them what you've been doing.
Oh, I've just been working.
Yeah,
I literally got off work at 7:30 this morning. It's now 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, I've been
she's been saving lives.
alert.
Yeah, she's been saving lives, and I have been sleeping and then getting ready for my first day of law school orientation, which is insane. And I'm already ready, as you can see, just sneaking this in before we go. So yeah, it's very
so cute and so profesh.
Thanks. I almost feel like I'm like a kid dressing up, like playing dress up.
Yeah.
Not that I haven't been dressing like this for a while for like my jobs and stuff, but yeah.
It just feels like you're kind of, what is it?
Imposter syndrome?
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Also, I fear that my brain is not going to be working this episode, and that's just how it's going to be.
That's completely fair. You've been up since like 5 o'clock yesterday. Probably.
Yeah,
or
we'll
earlier.
make it work.
We will. It'll be great.
We're just really showing like our true adulthood selves right now.
Yeah, seriously. This is kind of
like can't help it.
A good representation of our different career choices, as we always say.
And I think the public can see the more glamorous choice.
I think so too. No, sometimes you're very glamorous.
Sometimes. I called Laura Grace this morning. Actually, she called me because I'm not needy. And I was like, I really hope that you're not ready yet. And she's like, actually, I'm a business professional.
Yeah, I was like, actually, I'm currently wearing 3.5-inch heels and my hair is curled. So
I was like, oh, perfect. I have on sweatpants and socks with my Birkenstocks. So the vibes are going to match up perfectly.
Yeah, I kind of love it. So anyway, yeah, I do have my first day. I'll do my life updates and then you can do yours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some? I hope so.
I can think of something.
We haven't, as we said last episode, we've been busy. We've talked, but we haven't talked like a ton.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I have been just getting into the swing of things. Last time we talked, I had just moved in. Now I actually have stuff hanging on the walls and it's looking pretty cute. My couch got here, which I haven't showed you guys yet, but I will. It's pretty cute. It's like not really giving Walmart, which is good.
Wait, pause. Did you film an unboxing?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I was about to say, not us spending like 10 minutes talking about it last episode. I was actually going to be really sad.
But I actually can't post the final product because the legs for the arms of my couch didn't come in for some reason. Like they just weren't in the boxes. But I'm going to get new legs anyway. I might have said that last time. No,
I don't think you did.
I saw on TikTok where people got like this couch or couches like this. And they come with just like these plastic legs. And it's kind of low to the ground. So they would order like taller, prettier legs from Amazon, and they're not that expensive. And so that's what I did, and so it didn't matter that the legs didn't come. But it's not really like finished, and the arms are just sitting on the ground right now. So yeah, it's not really ready, but
it's still so cute.
I will post the unboxing video whenever it is finished.
I can't wait.
So anyway, I've met some people that I'm going to be in school with, which is so exciting. And everyone's just this is like really a very special place. And I'm so happy and like, I feel very privileged to be here. And another thing, I feel like when I just said that, I could hear it a little bit. I feel like I'm already losing my accent one weekend because everybody that I'm around talks, normal without our accents. So I'm like, and then I'll be like listening to people speak, and I don't notice anything different. And then I'll speak and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is cornbread. I literally sound like cornbread and moonshine.
I told our Grace, do not be ashamed.
I'm not.
She's to embrace her full colors and don't let these yuppie people change you.
Absolutely. These yuppie people.
Yeah, I think your accent is just gonna add to the mysterious side of you.
You're so right, actually.
I would hate for you to lose that because it would make you less you would just be like every other girl there.
No, you're so right.
Yeah.
I was
You
ordering.
need to, not you tonight practicing in your bathroom how to sound more country.
Yeah, seriously. I get more of a southern accent when I'm here.
You're gonna be like, what is happening there?
I was with like a group of girls that I've met here who are great. I love them so far. I'm sure I will continue to love them, but
Probably not.
upon first meeting them, I loved them. And we were like in a crowded place, so we couldn't really hear each other. And then we all went outside, and like I started talking, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, the accent!" And I was like, oh, "I forgot about it until now." But yeah, so I'm afraid I'm gonna lose it. But then I'll just like call Mally or call my parents, and it'll just come right back, I think.
Yeah, a weekly podcast will keep you in check.
You're
I
right.
fear.
You're so right.
Also, whenever I listen to the podcast, I don't think that we really have accents.
No, ours are not bad. But like I was talking to a guy here, and I was ordering ice cream, and he thought I was normal until I said the word ice cream. Oh, I have a weird thing on my wrist.
It's really just us. When you say the word
right,
light,
my
anything with IGHT.
Yeah, it's that
people are gonna be
I
confused.
sound. We have a long I sound.
Yeah, but I will say I noticed that my accent gets a little more emphasized whenever I'm sleepy.
Yeah,
I will just start saying, or there's 2 words at work that I've been saying that, like, I had a girl look at me and she was like, "You are country." I say, "Do you smoke cigarettes?" And they were like,
cigarettes.
Mally? I was like, "Whoops." And then I've been calling Rogersville.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. On that note, Rogersville is like you just have to say it. Sigornsville, like you have to say those words.
Okay,
like
Sneedville and Rogersville and Sigornsville. Like
Yeah.
it's not Ville, it's Vol for
Also,
those.
if you say the word Sigornsville, there's no way that if I heard someone say that, I could guess how to spell that word. You know?
Oh no.
It's spelled completely like randomly. What was I gonna say? Oh, me and my mom and dad had lunch with a girl after church on Sunday here, and dad was saying so and so Tuesday, Wednesday, and I thought, oh my gosh, like I never noticed that stuff until I'm like in front of someone who probably like doesn't say that, and obviously they know what you're talking about, and like no one cares. It's just funny, you know.
Oh yeah, my dad says the Tuesdays, Monday.
I like it. I love
my
when
dad
people
says
say that.
I'm sure your dad does too. I feel like both of our dads have very country tendencies.
Definitely. But yeah, I've been having so much fun. I think I love it here. I'm excited to get into like a really good routine and love it more. And I'm excited for Mally to come.
I'm excited to come.
It is I love it. Like I cannot wait for you to come.
You're going to have to tell me when to come. And you're going to have to make me out an itinerary.
Oh yeah, just add to my workload. I'm about to have to start reading.
Yeah.
15 hours a day.
Not reading.
That's literally what I'm going to have to do.
It was funny before you said the 15 hours a day. I'm going to have to start reading.
That's almost, it is an exaggeration. I'm going to say probably 4 to 6 hours a day.
See, that's why I could not be a lawyer. Like, there's nothing that sounds slightly more miserable than reading
I mean,
law.
I could be wrong. It might not take that much, but like, I'm not wrong. It is going to take that long. Like 4 to 6 hours is no exaggeration, and some days longer than that. So,
Atlanta.
Yeah, so exciting. But you know, I like what I'm going to be learning. I'm interested in it, and I think that I'm just so excited.
That'll help.
I really am so excited to. I'm such a freaking nerd when I say this. Just learn the law. You know, like I really am excited about it. So.
I'm excited for you to learn the law too, because then I'll have a free lawyer at my disposal.
Yeah.
Whenever, wherever.
Yep, you're right.
I'm really excited for that. Well, I'm happy that you're settling in nicely and that you don't have any homesickness blues as of right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're excited.
My mom left yesterday, and I had a little cry, my first cry in my apartment, and then I was good.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Because I think I cried every day for a little while.
You're like the kid in kindergarten who's like literally crying every day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thanks. What have you been up to?
Since we recorded last, Colin and I took our engagement pictures, and we got some of them back.
They're
and
perfect.
They're very cute.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to tell you this. Kerrigan, who hopefully will be listening to this, texted me, and she was like, and me and Jana, our other roommate, and she said, can you guys make sure that whenever I take engagement photos, I look as perfect as Mally did? And I was like, no, seriously, she's perfect.
Oh my gosh,
Doesn't
Kerrigan.
Kerrigan is your biggest fan.
I may just have to marry her instead.
Yeah. She deserves a kiss
on
the lips.
Yeah, she does. I'll have to kiss her next time I see her. That was so sweet of her. Thank you. Because I can talk about it now because it's over. When I tell you all, I'm like I'm very indecisive, but I also love to search for things to no end, to try and find the perfect outfit or just anything. And sometimes it's to my own demise that I do these things.
Yep.
Because I'll wait till the last minute, like just with Taylor Swift concert. I literally searched for months for an outfit and then ended up ordering something
off
a
Shein.
week before. Yeah, off of Shein.
It was so
I'm
cute,
sorry.
though. It was perfect.
It's not very sustainable. And I had to pay for the extra shipping fee to get it there sooner because I just can't make a decision. Yep. And I ran into that problem with my engagement pictures because we got 2 outfits. I don't even think I showed you the dress that I wore for the other ones. I think you're gonna freak because I think you're gonna love it.
Okay, I saw the one with the horizontal seams in the front.
Yeah, the white one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one is Free People, and I had been eyeing that one for a while because I really just wanted a white dress because engagement,
obviously.
White, and very flowy because we did them in a flower field, and I just thought that would be cute. I had ordered one from Abercrombie, but it was silk and more tight fitting, so I ended up returning that one. But my other dress that I got is from Anthropologie. I got it in Charleston, and I think you're gonna love it. It's actually really cute.
Okay,
I'm excited.
Why have you not showed it to me? If you got it in Charleston,
I don't really know.
Okay,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You're gatekeeping this dress from me.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm so excited to see it now. When do you think you'll get those pictures back?
I don't know, but I fear I just gassed up that dress just a little too much. You might be disappointed.
I'm sure you did it. What color is it?
It's floral.
I'm so excited. Okay. Well, yeah, your engagement pictures were completely perfect. She did such a good job.
Sorry, I feel like I just went on a boring rant. No, but other than that, I've been working the last 3 nights. So,
yay!
Pretty much it. And now I have 1 night off, and then I work 3 more. And then I'll have a little break. But until then,
maybe you can come see me
to be in
during that little break.
Yeah, I could. Actually, I have all weekend off.
Okay, wait, might be perfect. We'll talk about it.
Let's discuss this later, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
we will circle back.
Do we have anything else to talk about before we jump in?
No, I think a whole episode of Life Updates last week was good enough.
That will suffice. Okay, so this week we're going to be talking about we're going to be doing a Q&A from listener submissions. And for some reason we're in our flop era and no one is really submitting anything.
No. And no one's listening to our podcast.
Yeah, we were doing really good.
To be brutally honest.
We were doing really good there for a second. Now, no. But it's okay. We're just going to keep
we were doing 400 listens a week.
Yeah,
and now
an easy 300 every week. Yeah.
Down the toilet. Now it's maybe 75.
Yeah, we haven't gotten 100 in 3 weeks, 2 weeks maybe.
We're really exposing ourselves. So
it's okay.
And then
progress is not linear.
Am I allowed to call out someone?
I don't know who. Oh, Ryan?
The one who asked. No.
Oh.
Why would I call him out?
Because he said
he
said some of our TikToks were cringy.
Oh.
But who cares?
Shocker. Renee Trent, our girl, our number 1 supporter, asked us to do a Q&A, and she didn't even submit a question.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she will later.
Yeah, I messaged her on Instagram. I'm afraid if I change this, it's going to mess it up.
I just name drop first and last.
Yeah.
She's such a big supporter that I was excited to hear her questions. So she may write one in later and we'll have to just answer it next week.
Let's see if I can get on Instagram on my laptop. Anyway, you can go ahead and start the Q&A.
Okay, let me pull up some questions. And when I tell you we got questions, I want you all to know we got one from a listener and then all the others are from my parents. So there's that.
You always love to expose us. Just make people think that we got all these answers.
Yeah.
Let's just be inauthentic.
People to know that we are not that successful at the moment. But, it's all about the success story, the perseverance to get to the successful point. That's
so true.
So one of our legit questions we got is, who is the instrumentalist in your opening guitar tune? And this is actually a grand reveal. Drum roll, please. My dad. Yeah. My dad was the one who even suggested that. Was he the one, or did you want a jingle? I think you all may have been conspiring at the same time.
Yeah, we were kind of working together on that one.
Yeah, that we needed a jingle for our intro and outro. And as soon as I mentioned, I think it was your idea, and then you're like, maybe your dad should do it. Yeah. And as soon as I mentioned it, he also, he had to act hesitant to do it. But as soon as I mentioned it, he had 3. And those were actually jingles that he had in his mind from like his younger days, I guess you could say. And he let the Friends in the Wild podcast have one.
Yeah, he is the composer and the instrumentalist.
Yes.
And
he did such a fabulous job. Sometimes I will catch him playing just that part. He won't listen to us speak. He'll just listen to his part.
I want to, obviously when we hit it big, which this is just the setback before the success. What is it called?
Setback before the comeback?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know.
But we don't have anything to come back to, like we've never been.
Right. Not comeback.
It's okay.
Original success.
Right.
I want to get it recorded officially,
Yeah.
Maybe add in a harmonica or something. I don't know. It could be so cool.
Oh my.
I know.
Yeah. So that is our big secret. That's my dad playing the guitar, and I'm very grateful for his service and letting us borrow his tune.
Absolutely.
Because my dad used to be in a band.
And what was the band's name?
I was about to say my dad got on to me for shouting out that he has a YouTube channel, but not the YouTube channel's name.
Okay.
Last week, I literally got in trouble. His band's name back in the day was Sasquatch Boogie. His YouTube channel is Sasquatch Boogie Outdoors. So,
yep,
keeping with the brand.
He
go subscribe.
He's an excellent brand image kind of guy,
Yeah. And his reels popping off.
Yeah.
One of them has 4,000 views.
He has you to thank for that.
Yeah, literally. I don't see him talking about Friends in the Wild on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, seriously.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Anyways, do you want to read one of the questions?
Yeah, so another one we got is, what is something you have learned since starting the podcast or because of starting the podcast? This is something that I personally wrote in.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you have an answer?
I have an answer, yeah.
Okay, you go, because I want to ponder for a second.
I think that something I have learned is that it's really not that serious to post things, and if you want, if you're interested in starting a podcast, posting TikToks, posting more on your Instagram, literally just do it. It's digital communication. It can't be that serious. Obviously, be careful. Not that we have a huge platform or anything at all, but that's kind of what I've learned is it's just taught me that social media is not the end of the world. What you post on there. I don't know. Maybe I'm literally wrong about this, but it's just given me a sense of do what you want, and it literally doesn't matter what other people think about it at all. You know, like, we're having fun.
Yeah.
We're doing something that is completely harmless. In fact, maybe is even like a little bit good in the world. And if people have a problem with that, which I don't know that they do, as we always say, I don't know if we have any haters. We've never heard from them. But yeah, just kind of do what you want, and don't stress so much about it.
Yeah, I was going to kind of go along the same lines. Is like, I think that we've heard from several people that they're like, oh, I've always wanted to start a podcast or something like that. And I think it's just kind of refreshing to know that no one really judges, because I think everyone has kind of had the thought, especially people our age, I should say. Everyone's kind of had the thought of they would either like to do a podcast or post more TikToks or stuff like that. And it's just really like getting over the fear and just doing it, because nothing, like you said, nothing is that serious.
Mm-hmm.
And if people are going to make fun of you, then they're probably making fun of you either way. So.
Exactly. That is completely it. Is they're going to make fun of you because, like, if someone doesn't like you and if someone's going to make fun of you, yes, like, we're putting ourselves out there more than we were if we like just posted on Instagram or whatever, but they're going to make fun of your Instagram posts. They're going to make fun of when they see you like in town. Like, mean people are going to be mean people, whether you're putting yourself out there for them to be mean to or not. So, and
No,
also
definitely.
the opinion of those people quite literally does not matter to your life at all.
Yeah.
Like, don't surround yourself with those people and you're good. Another thing I was going to say is it's kind of like, I'm glad that we just started it one day, because you know the quote, I love quoting things, that you know the quote that's like, the cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived.
Mm-hmm.
I love that because I'm a huge procrastinator, and I just like that we did it, you know? I like that we just went ahead, started it. Now we have like 8 months of episodes, you know? And like, whether that's gotten us anywhere or not, we've done it, you know?
But we don't have to live in the fear of like not knowing.
Exactly.
Like, what if we would have started a podcast?
Yeah.
So, and I think the timing of when we started it was perfect, because we honestly didn't overthink it. For the time period that we had talked about it, it was mainly like a joke. We both wanted it, but we kind of just joked about it. And then one night it was like, no, we actually should.
Yep.
And literally, I think either that night or the next, we recorded our first episode, didn't ponder on it. We edited it right then and posted it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, there's no going back, so we might as well keep going forward.
Yeah. And it was one of those, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
It was one of those things that's like, we used, and we're literally talking like we have a huge platform, but we have been doing this for 8 months. Like, it's kind of, you know, we have a little
little experience.
Yeah, under our belt. It's kind of like we used the initial like motivation that we were just like so excited about it. We were both obsessed with it. I was like making the art for it, you know. It's literally spending all of my time thinking about making a podcast, researching stuff. And then like ever since then, you know, there have been like ups and downs of like motivation to do it, but we've just kept chugging along. Like, we've recorded an episode every week, and you know, it's like I just think we did a good job of like using our initial motivation to get it going, and then it's been wavering since then, but like we've kept at it.
Yeah, and I definitely think that this might sound silly, but with the podcast and now like just trying to get more traction with it and trying to have a more present face on social media, I guess, it's like making me look at the beautiful things in my life. That might sound so silly and so cliche, but like when we record our day in the lives, I'm like looking for cute little things. It just makes me touch into my girly side a little bit more. Definitely. And just find the cute things in my life, record the cute things in my life, and I have that to remember. And I don't know, it makes life like a tiny bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes it has been definitely a pain in the hiney to record 3 episodes of the same episode because the audio messed up. Or just like, I don't know, just weeks where things have been hard, but it just adds like a little bit of excitement to our weeks. And then when our friends and family like actually listen and say that they like it, or they talk about something, or like when people that we're not super close with come up and they're like, hey, I love your all's podcast. It's just like, you know, if we're just making like one person's day a tiny bit better, then I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I also like think it's cool that we have 8 months of our lives weekly memorialized forever, you know?
Yeah.
I just think that that's fun for us.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's what we have to remember at the end of the day is like we really started the podcast to just document our lives and our friendship and just growing up. And I think that even if no one ever listens, if we keep doing it, then it'll be nice for us to have.
Definitely. And
But hopefully people listen.
imagine our kids like listening to our podcast.
No, they're immediately not allowed to.
Honestly, until they're like 25.
They're going to get bullied. They're going to bully. They'll get bullied at school because their parents have podcasts, and then they'll bully us.
They will definitely bully us, I think, if we have children anything like us.
Yeah.
Can you hear the road noise outside?
No.
Oh, really?
Wait, maybe now that you say it.
There's like a truck or something making a loud noise. But anyway, is there anything negative that you would say that you've learned from the podcast? Like, or a negative aspect of it?
I mean, there's just like little tiny annoying things, like when things don't work, like the potential of this episode not working.
Yep.
Or last week when we had such cute camera setups and they didn't work.
Yeah.
Just simple things like that can be a little bit annoying, but I don't think that there's been really anything negative come from it.
Yeah, I think it's really rewarding.
Yeah. Now we just need a sponsorship, please.
Absolutely. Sometimes it is kind of uncomfortable to just be putting yourself out there so much, especially like obviously in the beginning we were so, even when we were just recording in Mally's closet, like before we even put it out anywhere, we were so nervous while doing that because it felt like we had an audience like listening to us, and we knew we would in the future, but like obviously in that moment we didn't. But I think that we've pretty much overcome that. Obviously it's still sometimes, and now that I'm in a new place, I feel like I'm kind of starting over because it's like I know what my home people think and like what my existing friends think, but like what if these people like think it's stupid that I have a podcast? But again, who freaking cares, you know?
Yeah. No, that's how I remember when like the people at my work found out that I had a podcast. I was like, okay, my life is actually over.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Like at the end of the day, it does not matter, you know? So,
No.
And it's fun, and everyone has had something positive to say. It's not like anyone's come up to my face and been like, wow, that's so cringe.
Yeah. And
like you don't have to say it. I know it is, but like nobody's saying that to me.
The worst that people would think is like, it's a little cringy, but
I do cringy things every day, so just add it to the list.
Every single person in the world does cringy things, like has a cringy side of them. And if you're constantly hiding that, then you're just not living your life to the fullest. And we are.
Yeah. So if you're listening and you've been thinking about starting a podcast, just do it.
Yeah.
Like the worst thing that can happen is no one listens.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen because me and LG will listen.
Yeah, true. And also, no one listens to our podcast,
so just join the club.
So you'll be in good company of people who have podcasts that no one listens to.
We're the president, and you can be the vice president.
Exactly. Okay, you ready to go to the next one?
Yeah, I'll read the next one. How are you both stunning, intelligent, and funny?
Oh, well, thank you.
Written in by LG Jenkins.
I'm just kidding, guys. Don't think that I'm actually like that. It's all a joke.
I think you actually need to speak on that, truthfully.
Speak on how we're both intelligent.
Yeah, answer the question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I would say we are products of our raising. We were raised to be stunning, intelligent, and funny.
Yeah. I fear.
And that's all I have to say about that. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Enough said, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on. You want me to read the next one?
Yeah.
What is something unique about you that the listeners may not know?
Oh, goodness. Oh, I know who wrote this in, and I know what he wants me to say.
Okay.
This was written in by my father, and he was saying that I needed to post a short of me deer hunting with him on our podcast so we could get some views.
Do it.
But yeah, so that's something people may not know is that I like to deer hunt, and I've killed a few deer in my time.
There's a deer literally right behind you.
Yeah, I didn't realize that when I set up the camera, but this is not my deer, even though you can't see the head of it.
I love it.
That's my dad's. But yeah, I like to hunt, so
cool.
There's that.
Interestingly, I think I've said this before on the podcast, but you have always hunted, and I went hunting one time, I think, literally once. And I was like 5 and I cried because we didn't kill anything. But I've never went back. I think it's because I have so many brothers and they go, so I was just like never pushed to go. And like, I never really wanted to because I was always like the girly one, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah, my dad didn't have boys, so I think he just raised me as a boy.
You had to fill those shoes.
I had to fill that void in his life.
Yeah.
My dad was taking me and my sister hunting when we were like 4 or 5. He would take our coloring books, our Pop-Tarts, and we'd go sit in the tree stand, and then he'd get mad at us for being loud.
Your Pop-Tarts.
Remember how literally the wrapper is aluminum. What were you expecting?
Remember how much Addison loved Pop-Tarts? I had kind of forgotten about that.
That's all my sister ate. My sister's name's Addison.
Wasn't it strawberry with no icing?
Strawberry. I was just talking about that last night at work because I brought a Pop-Tart. And all she ate was strawberry, no frosting.
Love.
No, don't. They're only good if you toast them and put butter on them. But yeah,
I think they're good. I like strawberry.
I like strawberry, but I like a little frosting. My current favorite Pop-Tart flavor is the chocolate chip.
Yeah, the chocolate chip is, it slaps.
It never misses.
Something you may not know about me. This is kind of a hard one, I feel like. Do you have anything about me that they may not know?
I love this question. I'm trying to think.
Oh. I feel like everyone knows that I'm like a nerd. But it kind of goes deeper.
So different.
I know, I'm literally such a nerd. But I don't know, that's not a good one.
Well, you gotta say it.
I have no ideas, I don't think.
What were you gonna say?
I don't want to say it now. The moment's passed.
Not you keeping secrets.
I know. Let's see. Oh, this is like the most random, like niche thing, but I'll say it anyway. Okay, if you've seen our TikToks, you might have seen my map, Hey Dudes. Literally, Hey Dudes with a map print on them. I went through a phase where I was just obsessed with maps.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Not really.
All of my composition books for school were maps. I had a map hanging in my like people would just like give me their huge maps of like the world, the US and stuff. Yeah. So
you might need to get a framed map for your apartment.
I know, it would be kind of cute if I had a cool one, you know?
Yeah. Just go digging in your archives.
Yeah, might need to. What do you consider early? Now, my question is this early in the day or early to like a set time? What do you think? How should we answer this?
I don't know, that's a very vague question. What do you consider early?
We'll answer both. So for me, early in the day, like an early time to wake up, for me, until 4 a.m. is the nighttime. Like it's still the day before, you know? Like you stay out until 4 a.m.
I get that.
5 a.m. is early in the morning for me.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But like if it's a time to wake up, I'm saying any time before 8 is waking up early.
Yeah, I would agree. And that's just us being removed from like a set school schedule.
Yeah.
We would wake up. I remember in high school.
I know what you're gonna say, and yeah, you were wild and
I was crazy. I never went to high school without makeup on. My hair was always fixed. Mally in high school would be caught dead looking like I look right this second. And I'm posting this on the World Wide Web.
You would not wear your hair straight ever in high school.
Yeah, I wore my hair straight. I straightened it.
I'm sorry, natural. You wouldn't wear it natural.
Well, that's just because I took a shower at night. And I would have to shower in the morning to wear it natural. But
Still,
yeah,
you guys see what I'm referring to.
no, I definitely I get it.
You were
And like I never wore sweatpants to school.
Yeah.
Which I mean, you didn't either, but
yeah, I never wore sweatpants because I just like have never really been a sweatpant girl.
I was a different breed in high school.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but well, I've always thought like, you know, if I feel good about the way I look, I'll do better. And I definitely believe that's true.
Mhm.
Because even in college, like if I wanted, this is funny, if I wanted to have a good study day, I made sure like I felt good about myself.
Yeah,
Even
you
if
put
that meant
makeup
like
on.
putting makeup on. Just because and this is just, I'm just going to be bluntly honest. I wouldn't be sitting there worried about the way I looked
Mhm.
if I felt good about the way I looked.
Yeah.
Or just at least comfortable. Like, you know, I felt like I was put together.
Mhm.
And so they say you look good, do good. So I guess that I was just trying to do good every day in high school. I was just an overachiever.
You
I'm
absolutely
sorry.
were. And like, you always wanted to be perfect and you succeeded. You were always perfect. But like, we found a letter not that long ago that I had written to Mally, and I was like, reasons that you don't have to be perfect all the time. Like, I was literally praying on her downfall.
Yeah, she's like, because you look terrible with makeup on.
Yeah.
Just wanting me to not wear makeup.
No, I was being really sweet in the letter, but it was just funny because I was like, you really don't have to be perfect all the time. Because we,
Yeah.
you know, we would like talk about how you always wanted to be perfect.
Right. So I would be waking up at like 5:45, 6 to
Yeah.
get ready for school.
And school started at
Insane.
7:55.
That's clinical.
Yeah.
That's clinical.
Don't
worry, guys. I've outgrown that.
I would wake up at 7, maybe sometimes later. So
That's actually impressive.
I looked like garbage every day of high school.
I have a quiz for you. How many minutes did it take to get to school from
11.
where we live? I was about to say it took me 12 minutes.
Yep.
You must have drive a little faster because you live further away.
Yeah, I'm sure I did. I remember I would be like, if I was passing Pals in like Walmart at 7:40, I was like, oh, I'm early today. I remember vividly thinking that.
Yes, there's a minute, like a certain minute. I would know if I'm hitting a landmark at that minute, I'm good.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But like getting places early, everyone knows that I'm late all the time. I think the podcast knows that. Surely we've talked about that. It's like a key personality trait. I'm really trying to fix it, and I think I'm doing a little better now that I've started a new life. But for me, if I'm there 5 minutes early, I'm like way early, you know?
Yeah, I would say I like to arrive, like I get to work 10 minutes early, but I sit in my car until the absolute last minute to go in.
Yeah, it is nice to have a little buffer car time.
Right. I have a fear of being late to important things, so I would say I try to be to important places 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
Other places I just don't care. Because like if we're meeting with friends, I'm gonna be late. But if I have an appointment or I'm going to work, I'm gonna be 10 minutes
early. If it's
early.
like a hard time, then you're gonna be early. Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Next, are y'all ever gonna sell some shirts? So I think we said this the other day, but we were talking about this. Mally was like, I think it's time that we should buy some merch. And I was like, well, I have
merch is in for me and you and like our parents.
Yeah. And I was like, well,
our listeners.
That's a terrific idea. However, I already owe you $100,000. So
I'm just gonna add it to your tab.
Yeah. But you know, probably to answer the question, we're in our flop era right now. We can't come out with merch right now.
Right. If this episode gets 50 listens. No, I think we'll start with just maybe like some shirts for us eventually, probably relatively soon.
Ryan currently has the only piece of merch.
Yes, I mean we're gonna have to put that in a museum probably.
Yeah, seriously.
I think that we'll start with something like just for us, something simple, and maybe our parents, and then about 5 years from now, whenever we start making some revenue, we might make some merch, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't. No, I do. I wish we did have like, even if it was just like a little pullover for just me and you.
Yeah, it would be so good.
We need to start brainstorming like some like design ideas.
I had a design idea. I'll send it to you. I thought I already sent it to you.
Is it the law thing and the medical thing?
Yeah, but you hate the medical thing.
I don't. I think we need to steer away
from the medical thing.
I think like we don't really talk. We don't talk a ton about our careers.
We can't talk about. I mean, I'm in law school. I'm not like practicing law, but yeah, you can't talk
about it. Mm-hmm. I'm bound by the law, but I think that's not like our main thing. I feel like our main thing is more like just like personal stories, lifestyle, stuff like that.
I think you're right.
So I think it should be very girly.
I think you're right.
Maybe, and then we could make like a more monotone something for like our parents and stuff to wear.
That's what I was doing for that one, because Ryan wanted something so bad, and then he ended up just buying it himself. But that's why I was doing that for like a subdued one, you know?
No, I get that. I get that for sure. But I don't know. We'll put it in the works.
Maybe if
I would say you all could let us know if you wanted something, but you all don't talk back.
We're growing resentment for our listeners.
Yes. That's the hardest thing about the podcast.
Yeah. Is that we hate our listeners. No, I'm just kidding. We love you guys.
Love you, Mom and Dad.
Every single person listening, I genuinely feel so much gratitude toward. And every person who has ever said something to me positively about the podcast, I remember it, and I love you for that.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Anyone who's ever been nice to me, ever.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's marked in my noggin.
I'll say this. When we get 500 plus listens in the first week of 5 episodes in a row, then I'll be content to make merch.
Okay. We like to just put the goals out there.
Yeah.
You know, there's no going back now.
Manifestation. Okay, next
I'm down.
is... Actually, that's all.
That's the end.
So, yeah, I'm hoping we can do another Q&A whenever we convince our listeners to talk to us. I think also it's just a busy time in people's lives. Everyone's going to school, you know. So,
and that's okay.
We can't blame
our listeners. We actually don't resent our listeners.
No, we don't.
We love them.
We're always giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like, they're very busy right now.
Anyone who has the willpower to listen to an entire episode of our podcast could probably suffer through anything.
You are so correct. So who knows what they're doing? They're probably saving the world out there.
Yeah, probably. I do want to get really quick before we wrap things up. Are you wrapping things up, or was that what we're doing?
Yeah.
I just want you to share how you're feeling before you go to your orientation.
So it feels crazy. Like I'm starting law school, like in a few hours.
It's your first day of school.
Yeah. And it just feels like I was getting ready this morning. I feel like I'm going to get emotional a little bit. Because no, I'm going to cry. Why? What is it?
It's about time.
What is it about hitting record that makes it so emotional?
No, you haven't ever cried. It's finally your time.
I'm not a crier. If you ask Ryan if I was a crier, he would probably say yes, but I'm not, like in real life. It's just like I've wanted to do this forever, you know?
Yeah.
No, why am I getting emotional?
Now I'm gonna cry.
And I'm literally starting it, and it's just so exciting.
Yeah.
No, because why am I emotional right now?
Because this is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's your future, you know, like it's your career, it's what you've all, and like school in the past has just been like a step to get where you are now. And this is like the final thing, you know? And you worked your honey off on your LSAT, and you deserve to be where you are, and you're happy with where you are.
And I feel like I just feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be, you know?
Right.
So.
Yeah. And that was a big decision, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
I'm excited for you, and this is just such a huge milestone.
I know. And I'm so glad we're recording today, like the day I start, you know? It's so fun.
Right. And before, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we'll get all the details after, but just, you still have, like, the jitters of going in.
For sure.
There's just a certain buzz about the first day.
Yeah. So, that's how I'm feeling. Really excited.
Thank you for finally crying. I feel like we're on equal ground.
I didn't shed a tear. Just, I want to make that clear.
No, I've never shed a tear.
Yeah,
it's always just the rim of the eyes.
Yeah, you get like a lump in your throat,
Yeah. Well, I'm so excited for you.
Thanks. Me too. I'm gonna go eat lunch with some of my new friends, and then I'm gonna go.
No, you'll have to and I'm so glad that you're vlogging today.
I know.
For your day in the life.
That's also a little bit scary with new people, But
no, I get that. Recording in public is terrifying.
That's the worst. If you see someone looking at you, you're instantly like, "Oh my gosh, I'm
an idiot.
I'm a screenager." Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that for sure.
Yeah. So I hope you have a good nap, and then you and Colin are going on a date tonight, right?
Yeah, because Colin is moving back to school with Ron.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun for them, I guess. Watch them become like better friends than me and you.
What do you mean?
Honestly, I hope.
It doesn't exist.
That's true. You can't get any closer, but they could try.
They could try. I encourage them to try.
Me too. Because then, we could get, a house together permanently.
Yeah. Live in a compound.
Just live together.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, everybody start praying for that, actually.
Yeah. And then Mabel.
Add that to your prayer list.
Mabel could be my dog, too.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to show her really quick. Because she's being so cute.
Oh, she's
Can you see her?
So good. She's such a good puppy.
Yeah, until I turn this camera off and then I need to sleep and she's going to be crazy.
She's perfect.
She is indeed perfect. Do you have anything else that you want to share?
No, I don't. I'm just ready to
take on your day.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thanks.
And we hope that our listeners have enjoyed this episode, enjoyed getting to know us even better, leaving nothing to the mind, to the wondering. We want to clear everything up.
Removing
and let you know
all of our mysteriousness.
Yes, seriously. But we'll be back next week with a super exciting episode because we will have an official law student.
Yeah. It's true.
Already started school. And then I'll be here, just the same. But it's exciting.
It is.
And maybe her legs to her couch will come, and then it'll be even more exciting.
Yeah, so true.
We appreciate you all listening, always. Send it to anyone that you want to talk about the podcast. If you, want to make fun of us with someone else, send it to them. Please. Have them listen.
We're begging.
Anything for the analytics, guys.
Exactly.
Anyways, we'll see you next week. Thanks so much for listening. See ya. Love ya.
Bye. Bye.